And the Lord said, Glenn, if you want to be a true prophet, if you want to hear my voice, if you want to really be my true, accurate messenger, you need to sacrifice time to walk with me.
Amen.
You need to spend time walking with me. As we walk with Him and we talk with Him, I'm not just talking about 5 minutes before you eat breakfast. As we walk with Him and we talk with Him and we listen to His voice, this is relationally how we start to enter this place. Enoch walked with God for 300 years. And he's really like a friend of God. Then we see about Enoch, it says in Jude verse 14 and 15. Only one chapter in Jude. Jude verse 14 and 15. It talks about Enoch as a prophet. And he prophesied about the last days, the coming of the Lord, with all of His angels and different things. So Enoch is called a prophet. Even before the flood, thousands and thousands of years ago, Enoch was prophesying about the second coming of Jesus Christ. He saw it. And the context actually for Enoch, in the book of Jude, they're talking about the false teachers. And it says Enoch saw these false teachers. And he warned about them. So we're still in Genesis chapter 6 now. Genesis chapter 6, verse 8 and 9. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. And this is the account of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked with God. Can I ask you to ask yourself a question? Do you walk with God? Or do you really walk with Him? If someone came to church today and they said, you know what? I watch television for about 1 hour a day. Would you say these people worship television? I think it's pretty good, 1 hour a day is not much in comparison to some people. So if they pray for 1 hour a day, why do we say they worship God? What God, I believe, is calling us to do. This is what will make a true prophet. This is what will make one who truly hears the heart of God. Someone who's not false in their teaching and in their testimony. We've got to give God time.
Amen.
And God's challenging me into a new season of this. And I go through seasons in life. But to just go out and walk with Him and talk with Him. Yeah, corporately we gather together. That's like the earthly council. We gather together and we praise and we worship and we intercede. And we need to do that corporately, and we need to discuss, what are you hearing from God? What is God saying to you? What do you feel, God? We discuss these things because we're trying in the earth to find out what's going on in heaven's council. And God gives different understanding to different people, and we go back and forth, and then we go to the Word. But we also need to spend personal time in the secret place, like the prophets of old. If we want to have that sort of anointing that they had, we need to live the life that they lived. So do you walk with God? Are you a friend of God? Jesus said to His disciples, I don't call you servants anymore. Servants don't know what's on the heart of the master. But I've shared with you everything that's on my Father's heart. Everything my Father has shared with me, I've now been sharing with you. I don't call you servants anymore, I call you friends. Because they spent 3.5 years walking, talking, eating, sleeping with Jesus. How much time are we giving Him? How much do we wait upon Him? God, speak to me, and we give Him 5 minutes to speak. God doesn't speak to me. I can't hear God's voice. You only gave Him 5 minutes. You're not had to walk for 300 years. Come on. What God is asking this morning is that we would give Him time. That we would wait upon Him. Because He's going to start to reveal to us mysteries, but those mysteries are not just given. We need to dig for the hidden treasure, so to speak. We need to pay the price. We need to dig in to the deeper levels of God. We need to seek Him to find Him. We need to knock until the door's opened. If we really want to be those that would stand in the counsel of God. So let's just close our eyes, bow our heads. And I just invite you just to respond to the Lord this morning from what you've heard in this message.